How's it going out there? Welcome from H2TechVideos. Today we're going to be doing a size comparison between the new Fire HD10 tablet and the Galaxy Tab A, which is making noise already. Let's put that on mute. Alright guys, so these are really two great tablets that are going to be big sellers for this holiday season. Both in a really competitive price point, and that's probably wanted to put them next to each other. They're both around the 10-inch size. So this was a Tab A 9.7, and this is the Fire HD10. And you'll notice there's quite the difference in the two. And we'll start with the material that they're made of here. So let's turn that screen off here and flip it over. Take a look at the backing here. So on the left, on the Samsung, we do have kind of a plastic, kind of a smooth backing, not too much grip on it. And on here, we have also kind of a plastic, but it's kind of like a plexi material, so it feels a little bit different. Actually has a really good grip on it, whereas the Samsung is a little bit smoother, so it doesn't grip as much to your fingers. You'll notice just small differences. Camera placement, center versus the more to the left. And flip it back over here. Let's take a look at them. So in terms of depth, they are pretty similar. The Kindle looks like it could be a hair thicker, but it's so small it's really hard to even tell. But yeah, they appear to be kind of the same thinness. So that's pretty cool. So neither of them are thick. They really have managed to get them a lot smaller than their predecessors, which is awesome. Cool little directional lock there. And oh, so want to cooperate. There we go. Alright, so one of the biggest things that you'll notice first is how thick the bezel is on the Fire. So the Fire, the bottom bezel is the same. So right here, got the same amount of spacing right here, but at the top, rather interesting, the screen is a lot longer, so obviously what you're seeing is the ratios are different. We have a 4:3 ratio on the screen here. This is going to be a 16:9. So if you actually measure where the screen starts, which is kind of interesting. So the screen does start right here, but this row down here is for basically the navigation button. So you don't really use this in every screen. If you're watching a video, then this wouldn't be here, but this does take up a little bit of space right there, even though the screen does start down here. And the screen, you actually get this much more screen, which is a pretty good difference. So you do get a lot more tablet now. If we were to just take it down right here, you'll see that actually the bezel at the top is the same. It's no different. It's just you're actually getting more screen, so that's where you're really getting, a little bit more value, you could say. Now the bezels on the side here are thicker on the Kindle, or on the Fire. So a little bit more depth here, a little less here. And this is one of those things where it's about personal preference. So some will say, I want it to be thicker so I can actually hold it to have more space for my hand, whereas others would say, the style is where you kind of sacrifice because the tablet just looks bulky. So kind of personal preference thing, depends on the person. Now here, you will notice that the Tab A, you get a little bit more screen or a little bit more tablet just on the side here. And that's part of that is because of the ratio. Again, the 4:3 gives you more screen, or the screen is more squared, and you're more rectangular when you're dealing with the 16:9, which is like for HD and things like that. So, but the screen, where the screen actually starts, about right here. And so obviously you're getting more screen going this way, and on here you get more screen this way. So that's kind of where you're sacrificing. So in terms of video, you're probably going to have a better experience on the Fire, Amazon Fire, versus on the Tab A. And that's about it, guys. We always love to do these size comparisons so you can really see, you know, what's the difference. Some of you guys may have one of these already and you're trying to decide if you want to make the jump to the other one. And you see, my only gripe with the Amazon Fire one is that it's long. It's really, really long. So you just have to be comfortable with that, because this is pretty much standard size for a 10-inch tablet, very similar to the iPad. But this, you really do end up with a pretty long tablet. Alright guys, hope you did find this helpful. Make sure you like, favorite, and share the video if you did find it helpful. Make sure you also subscribe to H2TechVideos, and thanks for watching. Have a good one.